I guess I'm the cleanup batter. World Series are underway, just about. I met with the Standard Examiner this week for 2 hours. First of all, we talked about my race, which I was very glad to be able to do. My opponent is sending out a postcard that says that I'm totally ineffective. And I'm thinking, boy, if you can't get any deeper lies than that, I don't know what, where he's looking. But as the only elected Democrat north of Salt Lake, if they don't re-elect me, all checks and balances will be gone. As far as north of Salt Lake, all the way to the Idaho border. And that's what I explained to the Standard Examiner is, one person can make a difference. And then as I brought out the things that we had found in the county's clerk auditor's office that pertains to the whole county, it was an eye-opener to them that it was a Democrat that is discovering these kind of things that are going on. And I says, you know what, it's not me that did this. The young man that called me was a county employee, and he was sitting there next to me to tell them of his story. He'd just been fired from the county, worked there for 17 years because he blew the whistle. And to me, he should have been patted on the back for being able to say, look, we found some discrepancies and we're going to fix them. Instead, no, let's fire the guy and let's get him out of here, which I think was just totally wrong. So anyway, after meeting with them and showing them how the credit cards had been expended, how records have been missing, when I called for the receipts of those, the comptroller came in just totally embarrassed. He says, if anything, you're going to cause us to do things in a better way. And I mean, we're talking months of receipts have been missing. So how do you count for taxpayers' money when you don't have that? And that's really what it boils down to, is accountability. As a Democrat, I'm proud to be able to go in and dig and find. And if everything's on the up and up, fine and dandy. I mean, really, isn't that the way our government is supposed to be run? That we have good government, that checks and balances are in place to make sure that our tax dollars are being utilized the way they should be, and not be used in ways that are very questionable. I'm running for my 7th term in the legislature. I'm a very independent-minded person, but I put my constituents first. I realize that the district I represent is one of diversity. It has the most diverse amount of people in my district, which is 29 different nationalities. When you look at the demographics of it, it also has the highest crime rate, the highest parolee rate. It also has the highest welfare rate and the highest unemployment rate. It also has the lowest median income. And the list goes on and on. So when I vote in the legislature, I know my constituents. I've lived here all my life, 51 years in this district. My opponent comes in, he's lived in the district for 5 years, and he says we have no voice. And I'm thinking, maybe he ought to live here a little bit longer and read the newspapers and watch the news, and maybe he might see the voice. But just to come in and say we have no voice and that he wants to be the new voice, I think that experience really does matter. I think that the person that really knows the neighborhoods and knows the people and knows the demographics is the type of person that needs to represent this district. But anyway, it's been great being affiliated with the Democratic Party because I was born and raised a Democrat. Didn't mean that's who I was. It's because I've studied the issues, and the Democrats are right on the mark when it comes to serving people and taking care of the people's taxpayer money. Anyway, thank you and appreciate your support for this November.